Hey, beautiful family. So, I have had a major breakthrough this morning as I was talking to my mentor. And something that has been coming up a lot in the collective is not dimming your light for who you are, just to fit into someone else's normal. Something that I've been working through is this new light language that has come in for me. And I had discovered my light language about a month and a half ago. And when it came through, it was very random, did not expect it. It was when I was doing a lot of healing, when I was taking a lot of healing classes for a really deep, intense theta healing class for the human anatomy. It was very intense, and that's when I discovered my light language. And I was so scared because I was like, oh my God, what are people going to think about me? That I'm connecting to aliens and other beings and channeling these beings. And so I had been working with one of my mentors, who's actually a basically like a dragon coach. She helps you connect to your own magic and to like the otherworldly beings. And so I had been working with her through this light language and overcoming this fear, and so I finally have overcome it. And the whole concept is, even though that you might have fears and anxiety or worries about what other people might think, is to learn how to walk with the fear and to continue to move forward with the fear. That's how you know when someone is a leader, and when you can lead yourself and support yourself, is when, even though you have fears, you know how to work through them. And you know how and when to ask for support. And then it's safe for you to be vulnerable, like I'm being vulnerable about this right now in my light language. And so basically she has said to me, well, your normal is speaking light language. Your normal is channeling. This is your normal. Who says that that's not normal? Playing with the idea that it is normal to speak light language. It is normal to have your own magic, whatever your magic is. Maybe your magic is sales. Maybe that's your magic. Maybe your magic is creating Facebook funnels and you love it and you're good at it. Maybe that's your normal. Maybe your normal is talking to dragons and creating dragon meditations. Maybe your normal is light language like me. Maybe your normal is mathematics. You love teaching math. You know, everyone's normal is different. And playing with the idea and in the perspective that your normal is not something to be feared. Your normal is not something that is, just because it's not someone else's normal doesn't mean that you're crazy for it. It doesn't mean that it's not okay. Because the reason why your normal, your magic is your magic, is because you came here to bring that magic to humanity, to help the ascension of this planet, to help create a new earth. So a lot of beings who have come here feel very much like a black sheep in their family or in society, or they feel misunderstood because they came here to create this new earth that we're in the process of. And a lot of people have incarnated on this earth to help with the ascension process, to bring all this new normal magic that you have. Because, for example, me, when I was fearing my light language, I had come to realize that that is my normal. I have come from a planet where I would speak light language. Where you might have come from a planet where you are a singer, and that is how you activate people. That's how you inspire people. That's how you anchor in the new earth. Everyone's normal is different. So playing with the idea that your normal is the magic that this world needs. Yes, so important. If you're here, I'm going to send you lots of love. Hello. Hey, Drew. Drew, you're awesome. You're magic. You have so much magic. You are just incredible. You have so many different gifts and talents. And so, playing with this idea that your normal is not going to be like anyone else's, because you came here to help with the ascension of the planet. You came here to create heaven on earth. And a lot of us indigos, star children, light workers, whatever you want to call yourself, feel misunderstood or feel out of place because you came here to create a new earth. And you are needed here. Everybody is needed here. Everyone is multidimensional. Everyone is a fucking star seed. Everyone's an indigo. Everybody is multidimensional. You are living in this human body right now, but you could have 20 other being selves. That is a fairy, that is an alien, that's a child living in a different dimension right now, because we are multidimensional beings. And when you start to see it from that perspective of, oh, I am so multidimensional, that you can actually tap into the different versions of you in these other dimensions and work together. And to bring in and anchor in this new normal. Because your normal here is also going to be normal in the other dimensions that you're living in. So I wanted to pull a card for all of you. And now that a lot of us are going through this period of self-reflection because of COVID, this was much needed, because we needed to go within and figure out, who am I? What is it that I need to bring to this new earth? What is the magic within me that I have been abandoning for so many years because I was afraid that it wasn't normal? Because other people told me it wasn't normal. Creating all of those conditions for ourselves. Creating all that conditional love for ourselves when really we are unconditional love. And that's where we're getting back to, is unconditional love. Your soul mission is to be love, is to remember unconditional love, because source is unconditional love. You are unconditional love. She's unconditional love. Your uncle's unconditional love. I'm unconditional love. Everyone is unconditional love. And we are so multifaceted that your magic is needed here. Otherwise, you wouldn't have it. If I didn't speak light language, then that wouldn't be my magic. But it is my magic. And I'm bringing that in now and accepting it like, this is me. This is who I am. And I'm fucking showing up. I'm showing up, and even if you have fears, you're still showing up in this world, and that's amazing, and you should be so proud of yourself if you're doing it. And even if you aren't right now, or you feel like you're not, you're going to show up eventually. You will. I love this. Loyal heart. So what I'm getting from this is combining our human selves, our ego selves, and our divine selves, and loving both parts of ourselves. Loving the parts of ourselves that is fearful, and loving the part of ourselves that is divine and knows the actual truth of who we are. The divine that says, this is your normal. This is your normal now. And you can love your light. Even if it doesn't seem or feel normal to other people, you have your magic for a reason, and other people need it. You need it, and other people need this magic of yours to bring in the new earth, the new heaven on earth that we are all creating and all a part of. It's such an exciting time to be alive right now. We are birthing so much fucking magic into the world. It is insane. That's why we all came here. And so this is about falling in love with both sides of you. Learning to walk with the fear. Learning to walk with the anxiety and accepting that it's okay that I have fears. It's okay that I have anxiety. It's okay that sometimes I struggle with feeling worthy. That's just your ego self. We gotta learn how to make the ego our amigo. The ego is in existence. We have the ego mind because it is there to keep us safe. It is quite outdated. The ego is outdated. The subconscious is outdated. It's like we basically have a lizard brain, and our lizard brain thinks it's constantly in fight or flight mode. So it's like, you gotta be safe, you gotta be safe. Dim your light, dim your light. It's not safe. Don't be yourself. It's not safe to be yourself. It's not normal to be you. But it is normal. You know what's not normal is fucking society telling you that you're unworthy, telling you that you need to do this, or you have to do this, or you have to live under all of these fucking conditions in order to be loved. When that's bullshit. You are unconditional love. You get to be loved, even if you have fears. Even if you don't see yourself as perfect. You are already perfect. You don't have to chase perfection. You just are. You just are perfect. You are just unconditional love. And we're getting back to that truth. Getting back to being loyal to both sides of ourselves. Getting back to being loyal to our divine selves and our human selves. And calling upon the divine when we don't feel strong. Saying, hey, like, I need guidance. I'm fearful right now. I'm anxious right now, and I don't know what to do. Universe, how can I feel supported? How can I support myself right now so I accept who I am, no matter what? And continue to love myself and continue to push through those fears. How can I love my normal? Like me, I've been doing so much work on releasing this fear of my light language and seeing it as crazy or weird, or that other people might think I'm crazy for it. I'm just choosing to not give a fuck anymore. And when the fears come up, I'm like, okay, fear, I feel you in my body. I feel you, let's say, in my heart. I understand you're there. I see you and I acknowledge you. And I love you and I accept you for who you are. I accept myself. But I'm choosing to shine. I'm going to choose to show up today anyway for myself. And if I have to give myself extra support and be selfish, then that's okay. Because I need to love myself and support me and encourage myself and inspire myself before I can go out and inspire other people to be themselves. You gotta fill your cup up first before you can go out and share with other people, before you share your light with people. I'm gonna pull another card from the Work Your Light. Oh yeah, and the card that I just pulled was from my Wisdom Oracle. If you guys are here, just drop an emoji or say hello so I can send you love. It doesn't show me who's here. Ooh, beautiful. I've never really gotten this card. It's Imrama. Imrama. I'm going to have to look that up. Imrama. I feel like it's a place kind of like Lumeria. If anyone knows, let me know if you know what Imrama is. I keep getting stuck in a trauma loop and freeze. Sarah. Okay, so spirit is... Yes. And I think that's why a lot of these fears and these traumas and anxieties are coming up. Because the universe is like, hey... We got to look at this. What is this stemming from? Who told me this belief or this trauma that I'm having? Who told me that I'm unworthy? Or who told me that because this happened, that I am unloved or I'm not loved? Did I tell myself that? And how can I support myself? How can I love myself? How can I ask for support to release the trauma, to release this loop that I'm experiencing? Because oftentimes when we go through a loop of when the fears keep coming up and the anxiety keeps coming up over and over and over again, because it is serving us in some way. So when we can understand, okay, how is this serving us? Like, for example, mine was fearing light language and having anxiety from light language. And I kept fearing it, and it was serving me in some way. And how it was serving me was this fear of, well, what if I get really big one day? And then I have all of this responsibility. And I have to be really careful what I say because I'm influencing a lot of people. And I was fearful of, oh no, what if I say the wrong thing and someone gets hurt? So that was the fear that I had, and that's how the fear of not expressing my light language was serving me. Because I thought, oh no, what if I do the wrong thing or quote unquote say the wrong thing and someone else gets hurt? So that was the underlying fear. That's how it was serving me. I was learning how to be compassionate. I was learning how to show empathy. I was learning how to be mindful. So when you figure out how this fear or the pattern that you keep going through is serving you and what you're learning from it, then you can release it. And then giving ourselves so much compassion and so much love, because moving through trauma can be hard. It can be a fucking bitch. I mean, so I am with you. I feel you. And be, as compassionate with yourself as you can. Ask for support. Ask for guidance. And that's how I've moved through a lot of my trauma, was admitting that I can't do this on my own. I need support and guidance to help me move through this. And sometimes that's what we got to do. And that's beautiful what this card is coming up, Imrama. If anyone knows anything about this, let me know. And if you join this live, just pop a hello below or something so I can send you love. And this says, what are you being called to journey to? This could be an actual travel journey. This could be a journey inwards within the self. And I think we're especially with what's going on right now, the pandemic, all of us are going on this self-reflection journey of who am I? What do I want to call in to create more magic in my life? How can I embrace my own magic? How can I love myself so I can show up in the world? How can I support me? How can I ask the universe for support so I can fully show up as myself and accept myself for who I am? Hey, Allison! Sending you lots of love. This could be actually, I'm hearing a spiritual journey too. I'm hearing shaman. Some of you might be going on some sort of a shamanistic journey where you're working with a shaman, you're working with a channel or a healer, or you're embracing the shaman within you, the healer within you, the channel within you. Many of you are going on a very spiritual journey right now. You're awakening the magic within you, the gifts within you that you have come here to embrace and to create into your normal. I'm hearing unification. Again with the card that I had pulled. Loyal heart. Unifying the human self. Oh, look, the colors are so similar. The human self and the divine self. Accepting both sides of you. We came here and incarnated on this earth to have a human experience and to help the humans. Get back to love. Get back to unconditional love. That's why so many of us are birthing this new age of being very psychic, accessing Akashic records, telekinesis, telepathy. All of this, you could call it technology or divine channeling for the humans so they can understand what it's like to experience all of the perspectives of life, all of the love. Because when it comes to unconditional love, when it comes to source energy, love just is. There is no such thing as good. There's no such thing as bad. There's no such thing as right or wrong. There's not even a such thing as normal. Or innormal. Whatever the other word, opposite of normal. Unnormal. It just is. So we're learning how to get back to this place of love. And that's by expressing who you are, being radically honest. Who am I? What is it that I desire? What is my magic, and how can I continue to birth it into existence? How can I support myself and continue to show myself love and compassion so I can continue to live my highest purpose? And maybe that's going on a journey, soul journey. Not maybe, that is going on a soul journey, self-reflecting, being radically honest. Where have I been abandoning myself? What are the parts of myself that need to be loved, that need to be acknowledged, so I can set myself free of the conditions that I've created for myself? Because no one else has set conditions for ourselves and our actions except for us. We've created the conditions for ourselves, but we can break free of the conditions by supporting ourselves and loving ourselves and giving ourselves compassion any way that we can, and then going out and serving and showing other people how we can love them unconditionally too. But unconditional love does not mean to not have boundaries, though. Just saying. That's been coming up a lot in the collective too, is reasserting your boundaries and having high standards. Because if you don't have boundaries and if you don't have high standards, you're settling. You're settling, you're telling the universe, I really want, let's say, here's an example. I really want a Jeep. This beautiful Jeep, I've had my eyes on it forever. But then you settle for like a junker that's like $1,000. You're like, I'm just going to settle with this because it seems more logical to buy the cheaper one. But then the junker only lasts for like a month because you settled. Do not settle. If you desire something and you deeply feel that I really want this, this is in my divine truth, do not settle. Make standards and set boundaries with the universe and say, universe, these are my boundaries. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. And then shuffling through, okay, when opportunities do come, is this opportunity in alignment with my boundaries and my standards? Is this relationship that I'm in, is it in alignment with my boundaries and standards? Is how I'm showing up in my business in alignment with my boundaries and standards? Am I just taking any client on because I want to help them? Or am I asserting my boundaries and my standards? Is it in alignment with me? And then that is how you can continue to create your heaven on earth. Love the ego self. Love the divine self. And not settling because of someone else's normal. What is your normal? What is your normal? And how can you continue to manifest that normal into your life? So that is all I have for you guys. Beautiful card pull. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. And give me a DM if you have any questions. Or I also have an awesome Facebook group that if you're not a part of it, definitely join it. I do polls all the time or channeled messages from the divine. I do my light language activations, all sorts of magic. I talk about money mindset, manifestation. Just let me know. I love you all. Peace out.